back with another live video, you guys. Today, I want to talk about the sacrifice you make for your family. I know it's a tough topic right now to talk about because we all have to work to provide for our family, to put food on the table, to make sure our kids have a great life, save for college and everything. But we must balance life because if we work in, let's say, 16 hours a day, 6 days or 5 days out of the week, majority of the time you're gonna sleep because you're so tired and you don't have time to spend time with your kid because you're trying to recover from working. So my thing is we have to balance work and family time because family is very important. The root story of your family. It's okay to work, but don't overdo it because once you overdo it, now the separation between you and your family starts. And a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people think that it's just about, oh, if I'm making money and I'm providing for my family, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay, but at the same time, if you're not giving your family time, what's the point? What's the point? Because your kids don't understand. Your kids are small. They don't understand why daddy or mommy always working. Why mommy or dad not spending time with me? Why mom and dad always got assignments to do? Kids don't understand it. I don't think they want the love from their parents. That's all they want. In our mind, we think, oh, I need to do it to provide for my kid. I make sure my kids are secure. They don't understand right now, but I'm doing it for them. Yeah, you doing it for them and all, but same time, if you out here just working and working and working and just working, and when you're off, you want to sleep all day or you bring work home, that's a red flag. No one should not bring their work home. That's a red flag because once you're at home, there should be family time. I get it. We gotta make sacrifice for our kid, but same time, your kids need you as well. They don't understand when they 5, 6, 7, 8. They don't understand that you're making a sacrifice for them because all they want their love. They want you to be around them. But if you constantly working, 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 and not making time for your kids, what's the point? Your kids and your wife, your family, what's the point? You work for 10, 15 years, freaking hard. You finally got a position that you can relax now, take time off. By that time, your kids 15, 16, 15, 16 years old. Now they have friends. Now they got an identity. They know what they want to do in life. And most importantly, they're 2 years away from leaving home and go off to college. So why sit there and waste all that time? You get sacrificed, but you not putting that time in with your kids. You putting in, let's say, over 100 hours a week with your kids, and wife only getting 12 hours out of the whole week. Think about it. The math is not mathing. Yeah, true enough. You make all this money, you doing all the sacrifice, but by the time you finally achieve that goal and save so much for your family, your kids halfway grown. So you got to balance out. You got to balance out. Don't let it be 9% work and 10% family. Balance out. Make me 50-50. Because kids don't understand. Oh, my dad always at work. Or my mom always at work. She never have time for me. She never take me no place because she always working. Or, oh, my mom or dad bringing work home, so I can't talk to him right now because they got a project they be finished by a certain deadline. It doesn't work that way. Hello, how you doing? How you doing? It doesn't work that way. So you have to try to balance it out and make sure that your kids are able to spend time with you, are able to have a conversation with you, are able to tell you the problem they have going on, whether it's a personal problem or school or anything. Don't just think about, oh, I just need to work because my kids. I'm doing it for my kids and my family. But what about your kids? What about your wife? What about how they feel? You always working, but they're home alone because you always working. Think about it. It's deeper than just putting money in your pocket because it's all start with a trend. It all start with like a cycle. If your kids see you constantly work, once they get grown, have their own family, they'll think the same way where my mom and dad worked so hard, same way, so I have to do the same thing. Don't do that. Do not do that. What's up? What's How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? From the U.S., from the United States. You know, it's okay to make a sacrifice, but when you make that sacrifice, make sure you make time for your family. Don't let the sacrifice be 9% work and 10% family. Let it be 50-50. Let it be balanced out. Because if it's not balanced out, then you doing all this for what? Pretty much, for you, not for your family. Because if you do it 15, 16 years, by the time your kid get in high school, they pretty much already got their identity put in place. When they about to turn 18, you work hard, you sacrifice for your family. People don't understand that when you do that, I get a man supposed to provide for his family. Man is supposed to provide for his family. That's our job. We don't complain, we just go out there and do it. But at the same time, we gotta make time for our family. The hard part for me today, hard part for me, like I leave, is tell my son, Dad, I had to go to work. I had to go to work, son. Like, okay, I love you. I only at 2 years old. Dad, I had to go to work. He don't understand, but he know Dad had to go to work. You know Dad gonna be gone for a long period of time when I leave. That's the hardest part right there. But sometimes when I'm off, but sometimes when I get home, he be sleep. I take care of my personal hygiene and everything. I lay down, we still sleep, and I sleep until he get up. Once he wake up, I get up, brush my teeth and everything, brush my face and everything. By the time I want to have like what 3 or 4 hours at max with him. So I just play with him, spend time with him. This thing, it's time to go to work. I'm gonna have to balance it out. Some people think, okay, I'm going to do things my way, and sometimes it's not better to do things your way. Sometimes you got to think about your kids and your family and how they feel because they need love too. They need your time as well, not just your job. Some people married to their job instead of their wife or their husband. That's a fact. Because spend more time at work than when they with their spouse. So you have to try to balance it out and make sure that you make time for your family. Your family need love as well. Like we live in a society where people feel like I need to do this, I need to do that for a certain reason. Yeah, true that we got to put food on the table for our family. We have to make sure our kids are secure, our family secure. But it gotta be a way that you have to balance it out, make time for your family. Sometimes I make that sacrifice and lose that day of birth to spend time with your family. You have to, because each day your kid's growing. Each day, you think your kid gonna stay the same age, same size, while you work for the next 10, 15 years? No, they're gonna grow as well. So you have to realize that in life, you must make sacrifice. Shout out to all the hardworking parents. I'm not trying to bash no one. I'm just saying, if you have a family, try to make time for your family. Make time. I'm gonna say this, shout out to all the professional athletes, wives and husbands, because their job is not easy. They when a man out there, providing for the family, on the road and constantly, from city to city, state to state, each and every night, and you get home with the kid, you know, salute to you, salute. All I can say is salute because that is tough. That is tough. That is tough. You going city, city, state, state. Some people don't understand. No, they make a lot of money. They make a lot of money. Yeah, they make a lot of money, but at the same time, they taking time away from their family because they out here working hard for their family. At the same time, it's like before they know it, some play 15, 16 seasons in a sporting event, in a sports. Guess what? Their kid be like 16, 17 years old. By that time, their kid almost a young adult. So you got to think about it. You got to realize that we have to balance it out. Balance it out. That's tough. Especially being an athlete, professional athlete. Summertime, you got 2 or 3 months with your family. Then you back to work. Then you home probably, especially like basketball, you home probably like what that month? Probably I say out of the whole month, probably 15 days out of that whole month, probably. So it's tough. A job, a job requires them to travel, a lot of traveling, city, city, state, state. For example, with basketball, you pretty much, one city, one night, another state, back home, another state. With football, you know, you don't be at home all week. Like that's a lot of people understand. When it comes to football, the NFL, treat them the guys at home 5 days out of the week, but they're not at home because they're at work. Some go in like 5 o'clock in the morning, some go at 3 o'clock in the morning, and some make home to like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning at night. They wake up, see their kids, and they go on back to work. And some don't get a chance to see their kids until, because some of them, they work, some go to the out like 3 o'clock in the morning, some of them, they don't leave till like 6, 7 o'clock, time for dinner. But some who don't have like kids, don't have a family, some stay later in the day. Sometimes See, I didn't know that until I started watching like Hard Knocks years ago. And these athletes, they pretty much put in work. We just see the contract they get, but we don't see behind the scene all the hard work they got put into, to actually earn their money. We don't see the preparation behind the scene. We don't see the preparation before they behind the scene way, getting ready. They getting ice bath. They trying to. It's so much behind the scenes that we don't know about. We just see what happened on Sunday or Saturday or Monday or Tuesday, what day of the week they played. That's all we see. But what I'm saying is, you guys, make time for your family. Balance it out. Make it be 50-50. Don't make it be 90-10 when your child get majority of your time and you don't get 10% of your time. Like for example, if you do 100% of work, well not 100%. Let's say because you got to pay your taxes. Let's say you do 90% of the work, but your boss only want to pay you 10% of your work. I want to pay you 10% of the 90% you work. How you feel about that? Let me say it one more time. If you do 90% of your work and your boss only want to pay you 10% for your work, how would you feel about that? Think about your family. Think about it. You give them work 90% of your time, but you only give your family 10% of your time. So your family inside, they're not happy because you always at work, you always working. You never spend time for them. You never talk to your kids. You never ask your kids question. You just work, and paying bills and giving your wife the car and go buy what you want to buy. Go leave the kid what they want to buy. I get it, material thing, but same time, they want that love. They want that conversation with you. They want you there. They want to hug you. They want to spend time with you. The money good and all, but same time, if you not spending time with your family, it's not worth it. Especially if we have kids. In your mind, okay, I gotta do for my kid, do for my kid. In reality, if your kid's not getting on your time, then who you actually really doing it for? Let's be real. Your kid's not getting your time, who you doing it for then? You doing it for yourself because if you're doing it for 16 years, by the time you're okay, I got enough money, save up, not gonna relax now. By that time, your kids already got friends, you know, got a thing going. You trying to talk to them, let's do that, let's do that. Let's go here, let's go there. They don't want to do that. They don't want to do nothing with you because you had the opportunity to do that years ago, 16 years before that. But now you want to try to do it now? Most kids like, nah, I don't want to do that, dad. Nah, I don't want to do that, mom. And you want to wrong with your kid. Why don't want to hang out with you? Because y'all had that bond because you spend most of your time at work at 19. I call it 19 rule. Like, well, I did all sacrifice for them. I know I brought them this, I did it for you, I did that for you. Yeah, true that you did all of your kid, but what about the time? What about the time? It don't mean nothing. If you're not giving your kid the time, spend time with your kid, what does it mean? It don't mean nothing. Yeah, sacrifice it for nothing. It's sacrifice for you, not for your kids, because you out here pretty much working, and forget about you have a family. Hope you guys have a great day. I think I'm gonna do a part two on this later. If y'all new to the channel, hit the like button, the sub button, free 99. And I'm gonna come back with a second video later. We're gonna roll to that 100 sub, you guys. And y'all new to the channel, don't be afraid. Hit the sub button, free 99. God bless you all. Parenthood, we signing off. God bless. I'm gone.